Welcome to your daily dose of hope. I'm Phyllis Nichols, and I'm glad you're here. 3 years ago today, well, the day that I'm recording this, actually, you're listening to it a few days later, but 3 years ago today, my younger brother passed away. He'd been diagnosed with an aggressive form of cancer just 3.5 years earlier, and initially was told, he had just a few months to get his affairs in order. And, he never gave up hope. In fact, he really packed a ton of living in those years, even with 2 surgeries and regular chemo treatments that whole time. Had he lived a few months more, he would have been in London for one of the ABBA concerts. The tickets were already booked, everything was already planned. He never stopped looking to the future. When he entered hospice, he had to cancel dinner plans and all kinds of things that he'd made for the weeks ahead. I miss him, of course, and I wish he was still here. And I also appreciate his enthusiasm for life and his desire to be clear-eyed about what was most important to him. He made a list on his phone of the people that he wanted to call when he entered hospice, people that he cared about so much, but he also knew he wasn't going to be seeing again. He had a lot of friends and business acquaintances and people that he'd known for many years. He kept in touch with tons of people, and it was important to him that he was able to reach out and make one last phone call. He and I were able to spend some time together, and he talked to me a lot about how he'd been able to do a lot of things since his diagnosis, and he'd had time to make the arrangements, and he was at peace knowing that he'd done everything that he could, or he had tried to do at least everything he could to let the people in his life know how much they meant to him. And as sad as those hospice days were, they also gave me hope. And I'm sharing this because it is an act of hope to live, to show up and do what makes you happy. It's an act of hope to let the people in your life know how much they matter to you. It's an act of hope to plan for the future, to dream about possibilities, to actually take action. It's an act of hope to care about others, even people you don't know. It's an act of hope to plant a garden, to publish your writing, to quit the job you don't like and start a new job. It's an act of hope to reach out to an old friend. It's an act of hope to believe things will get better. It's an act of hope to believe that you can make amends with a family member. It's an act of hope to look forward and to believe that life is worth investing in and planning for and being part of actively. Hope is part of remembering what was and planning for what can be. Here's to Keith, and here's to a great day full of hope. I know he would want us all to be planning for good times and to be looking forward. I wish you a great day today and an even better tomorrow.